Well, hello again. Hopefully I'm here to stay. I have no idea what just happened. So let me get back to where I was. And I'm sorry I don't have the first part. I will try to piece it together for you though. Okay, there we are. All right, so let me just start again on this. It'll just be easier that way. So we're making two cards tonight. It's going to be the faux ribbon technique. For this first card, I am using Hello Harvest stamp set along with the rustic pumpkin dies, and then we're also going to use a die out of the Beautiful Shapes die, and then the other is we're going to use this rustic harvest designer series paper. So we're going to use that as well. So we'll go ahead and get started here. I know I had a couple people watching earlier, but I might have lost them when I got kicked off. But anyway, so all we've done so far is we have taken this 5.5 by 7 inch Mossy Meadow cardstock, and we have scored it at 4 1/4. And we put this basic white cardstock in on the inside, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. And I went ahead and did that because we're going to put this layer on the inside, and then we're actually going to stack our pieces of designer series paper on here to make the ribbon. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so what I've done here is I have cut 1/2 by 2.5 inch pieces of ribbon. And this is really simple to do. So you're gonna, the cards are beautiful and so simple, you might as well take the time to create one, right? Okay, so what we do here is we're gonna try to decide which one I want to do first. So you're gonna lay your first piece across like this. Now there was one little thing that I forgot that I need, so just 1 second. Let me see if I've got that here. I don't, so I'm just going to cut. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut a 1/2 inch strip of basic white cardstock, and this is what I'm going to use for my spacer when I put the designer series paper on. Okay, so you really want to try to keep all of this even. So we're going to start here, and we'll use some liquid glue, and we're just going to glue this down here like that. I should probably put my silicone mat underneath it just in case I get some glue off of the edge. Okay. All right, and then you're going to take your 1/2 inch of basic white cardstock, and you're going to put it up against there, and you want to make sure that you have it pretty solid up against there. You don't want to have any extra spaces, as best you can. I just hope you can see everything. So we're going to set this here, and don't worry about what's hanging off on the edge because we're going to cut that off. We'll move the spacer down. Again, this is a 1/2 inch piece of basic white cardstock that I'm using as the spacer tonight. I made these cards, I started them I guess a couple weeks ago, and I was going to show them then, and then just things went crazy. So my husband and I were exposed to COVID, and you know, and I've got one daughter she had surgery done on her ankle a year or so ago, and they put a plate and screws in, and she thought that, you know, once she healed up that was it. Well, she has developed a allergic reaction to the metal now that's in her ankle. So it has really it's started to open up. It looks like it's opening up. I don't know how much it's opening up, but she is a nurse, and so she's on her feet a lot already. And then she started having this problem, and they had already planned a trip to Disney World. So it kind of got pretty intense there because she didn't know if she was gonna be able to go. You know, it's gonna be a family vacation, and my granddaughter Elizabeth, she's 8 years old. She just turned 8 on July the 16th, so she was going, and they were really looking forward to it. And well, long story short, she went into, now first of all, before I do too much talking, we're going to, let's see, we're going to take this. So what we're doing here is we're going to go from this point right here. Let me get my, let me just get something I can point with. Okay, so we're going to go from this point here over to this point. Okay, and we're going to start here, but then we're going to, and I think it's the top part actually. Yeah, the top part. We're going to, let me think here. I can't think and talk. I can't work and talk. Like I said, we're going to cut these off on the side, and then we will go back and finish what we need to put up here. As you can see, this is just a starter piece here so that we can get this process going. So we want there to there. Okay. So anyway, back to my daughter. She ended up leaving. Oops, wait a second. See, I'm talking now. Hang on just a second here. Let's get this over here. All right. Now we're going to push this up against that. So I'm going to try to keep, I don't really want any gaps in there. And I also need to make sure that this is going all the way across this piece of cardstock. So anyway, she had gotten a doctor's appointment with the dermatologist because it looked like it was just an allergy. It hadn't really developed fully, so she had an appointment then with the dermatologist. This was after she went to convenient care. And she never did get to see the dermatologist. Her ankle got so bad that she ended up going to the emergency room, and then they put her on some real strong, hold on a second, let me make sure I got this up here right first. Look, I took my fingernail polish off yesterday and I haven't even put it back on. Okay, so so they put her on this really strong medicine, and she was on it for like almost a week, and it just didn't seem like it was doing any good. It just seemed like it was still getting worse, and it got to the point where she couldn't walk. So even at my granddaughter's birthday party, I don't know why she didn't just postpone it, but no, you know, it's your kids, so you just don't want to disappoint them. So whoops, hold on a second. We'll put this down here. And then we're going to go back up to the top. And the reason why I do the top and the bottom last is because when I'm cutting these pieces, I don't always need a full piece. And when I get to the end of the strip that I'm actually cutting off of, then I don't want to waste a long piece like this if it's only going to take a short piece. But this way is okay because I still have enough left over, and right there I've got a little piece, so I probably would have covered that up, but it really isn't going to matter, honestly. So then we're going to save one of these so that we can put it here underneath our greeting. So that's that. And now we're going to turn this over. Actually, I'm going to let it dry a little bit more. Just unstick it there. And I'm going to clean off this mat. I like that glue, or you know, no adhesive, it doesn't stick to this mat. On the other hand though, it doesn't dry real quick. I mean, if you're using it, I should just get out a second mat. I do have one, but I haven't gotten it out. So anyway, yeah, I like to keep it cleaned off. So now what we're going to do now is, so as you can see here, I had already taken and stamped. I used Memento Tuxedo Black ink to stamp these on basic white cardstock. And then I went ahead and colored these. I got glue on my fingers. I colored these, and I'll put this in my, I'll put this in the YouTube video. I'll also post it on my blog at teresatucker.net, and then I'll also include it in this, after we're finished tonight, I'll also put it in here. So, but you'll have all of the instructions, printable instructions, and photos, and all of the supplies that I'm using tonight. You will find that all on my blog. So, so what I was saying is that I cut those out, excuse me, and then I just started using a variety of colors. These are the Stampin' Blends, and I chose colors that are in the Designer Series paper. And when you order your Designer Series paper, that's not one, then you it comes with a whole list of the various colors that are included. So I just started pulling some of those out, and then that's how I decided how I was going to color these. And of course these are sunflowers, so I colored those yellow, and I know they come in other colors too, but hold on just a second. Thank you, Shar. I'm so glad you came back. Love you, sweetie. Okay, so anyway, so that's what I did. Do you have any questions so far? Because I feel like I'm just talking so much. I don't know, am I missing anything? Is there anything that you need to know now? If you have any questions, just ask. And I have no problem answering your questions. So I am going to cut these off of the back. So we don't want those there. And they're going to stick to my scissors. And you might be wondering, why are you using those big scissors instead of your snips? Well, the reason why is because these scissors are for anything adhesive. So I don't want to get it on my snips, because then I have to remember to clean them. And this way, I already know these are for adhesives. So if I don't clean these, I'm not going to get adhesive all over my cardstock. And so I just use these all the time. And I've told this story, or I've told this before. Back in the day when we first started Stampin', when I first started using Stampin' Up, all of the stamp sets just came in red rubber. That's what Stampin' Up was known for. And they're red rubber stamps, and as well they're photopolymer stamps too. They're very detailed. They're etched very deeply. So that's how we get that crisp image that we get. So what do you think of that? Isn't that neat? Look how easy that was. That's so awesome. Oh, hi Kimberly. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, what happened, Kimberly, is what, for some reason I just went off. It just said that it had ended. So I was like, what in the world? And thankfully I noticed it right when it happened. So I didn't have to worry about you guys missing the whole entire thing while I just keep chatting away. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to put this on the black cardstock like that. And I noticed that didn't get that cut off straight across there, so we'll fix that right there. And so anyway, back to my story about my daughter. She ended up, it was so bad, her ankle got so bad that she had to go to Bloomington. So she works at OSF, and she's at Carl Hospital, PRN, and that's like every other weekend. She's a neonatal nurse, so she goes over there and works 2 weekends a month. But OSF, which is where she's got her insurance, their largest hospital, clinic, what have you, is in Bloomington, the nearest one. So she had to go over there and be seen. And her husband took off work to take her, because it was like right from her job straight to Bloomington. She called when she had a little bit of a break, and they were able to get her in, but they had to fly over there. So she got in, and now I think what they call it is debridement, where they go in and they clean out that wound. They more or less opened that up, and because it had gotten infected, and so they opened it up, and then they just started, I hope I'm not grossing anybody out. And then they cleaned it all out. They put some lidocaine in there to hopefully help so that it wouldn't be so painful, but they didn't really give the lidocaine time to work before they started peeling back all that skin and everything. So anyway, they got that all cleaned out. She got on a different medication, and it didn't take very long at all when it started getting a lot better. So, oh, you know what I did on the other one? I put white cardstock on there. I probably should do that, don't you think? Or do you like it like that? Should I put it? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. Should I put it on the Mossy Meadow, or should I put white cardstock underneath it? Okay. I got a silent crowd, a crowd of 3. They're all silent. Okay, so I'm going to, oh shoot, I don't know. Well, okay, I'm a Libra, and Libras have a heck of a time making up their mind about anything. So I'm going to put white cardstock on there. So let's see here. We need a piece that is, so this piece here, let's do the inches instead of the centimeters. This is almost 2 3/4. So we're going to go almost 2 3/4, and then this way, let's see here. I'll know when I start cutting. Okay, so we're going to go almost 2 3/4, just a little less because we want the edge around there. And then it is 5 1/2, so we're going to go, 5 3/8 maybe, something like that. Okay, let's see if I need to cut this down anymore. I think it's about right though. Okay, that looks good. So I have a little problem here. My cardstock keeps wanting to open. I can't do that while I'm trying to glue stuff down. So tell me, do you have this stamp set, or do you have this sweet collection? And remember, if you comment, share, like, if you comment, your name's going to get put in the drawing. If you share, your name is going to get put in the drawing. If you like, your name's going to get put in the drawing. So right there's 3 times for an opportunity to win both of the cards that we're making tonight. So as well, when I get this on YouTube, which will be Saturday probably, then if you like, share, and comment there, you know what? You get your name in 3 more times on top of that. So that's a pretty awesome deal, right? All right. I love giving my cards away. So now we have to see how we want this arranged. And I'm putting this piece across the bottom. Ooh, it's not quite long enough. You know why? Because I just cut that white piece. Just one second. I'm going to bring this out again. I'm going to go 1/2 inch. And then we're going to cut it lengthwise. It's going to be, or I'm sorry, we're going to cut it widthwise. And what did I say? It's almost 3 3/4, so we'll go here. And if it's a little too long, we'll just snip it off. Okay, it's plenty long enough. All right, so we're going to put that down there, and we'll put our hello on here. So this is all going to scoot up just a little bit, so we have enough room here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. And let's just put that on there. I'm using the multi-purpose liquid glue. You can use Stamp and Seal or whatever you choose, whatever your preference is. It really doesn't matter. I generally will use the multi-purpose glue for the simple fact that I'm really not a crafter. I make a lot of mistakes, and so I like to have just those few extra seconds to move that around if look at me, if I realize that it's not exactly where it needs to be. So, what did I get? Sometimes, yeah, my eraser will take it off. If this eraser doesn't take it off, sometimes I use sand eraser, that'll take it off. And the other thing I'll tell you is that, let me find my adhesive. This adhesive. I need to get some Stampin' Dimensionals in here. This is a new pad. I don't need a new one. I've got one that's I've already started on. Okay, you like how I talk to myself too? Yeah, I do that a lot. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh, what I was saying, look at that, I already took that off on accident. What I was saying is, whenever I am making these cards and you have commented, like, shared, it really helps me with my business. And additionally, when I send out my cards, you're going to get the best ones. So I made this one, and now we're making this one, and whichever one turns out the best is the one that you're going to get. So I don't want to, I'm not going to send a bad card out. I just won't do it. So we're going to put this on like that, and then we're going to pop this up. Isn't that pretty? Ah, yeah, I'm not a crafter, but I did manage to design this one. So, but I will say it takes me a long time, and I usually start out. Let's see, turn this just a little bit. I usually start out being inspired by something else I've seen already. So then I just kind of take it from there. Well, now I've been doing this for many years. I've been using Stampin' Up! Products for, you know, close to 20 years probably. I should just figure that out because I bring that up all the time, but I never really know for sure exactly how long it's been. Let's put this over here like this. But I'll figure it out, and then I'll make sure I'm telling you the truth. I'm not trying to trick you or anything like that, but okay. So now we're going to put dimensionals on the back of our pumpkin. And again, all of this information will be on my blog at teresatucker.net. That's Teresa with an H, T-H-E-R-E-S-A, Tucker, T-U-C-K-E-R.net. I'll try to have this information up tomorrow on my blog. Since I'm just now putting this card together, I don't have pictures of it yet, so I'll do that after we're finished here. Okay, so there you are. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? Oh, I think it's pretty. It turned out well. All right, so let's set that aside, and we will go on to our next card. Let me move some stuff out of the way and get to it. We'll clean up this. Now, if you decide that you want to purchase any products from me, go right ahead, because the supplies and everything will be listed on my blog. And also, every month I have a host code, and this one, I don't know if you can see it. It's PWBEPMBB. And I don't think you can see it, but anyway, it's on my blog. You'll see it there. It's posted all over on the side. So you, if you use that when you place an order, then your name, then for every, I think it's for every $25 you spend, before tax and shipping, you get a Tucker token. It's called a Tucker token. And then once you get, I think once you get 20 of those, then you get a $50 shopping spree on me. So that's always fun. Who doesn't like to shop, right? Okay, so this card, we're going to do this faux ribbon card again. And this time we're going to use True Beauty. We're going to use the coordinating dies with True Beauty. That's these here. Now this set comes with all of these cutouts, and there's one page, and thankfully we get two of them that are in the designer series paper that these dies actually match. So what you're going to see me use tonight are the pieces that I've cut out with the dies, and that's what we're going to make our card with. And this, I made a card. Let me see if I can see it. Well, I made a card and I used this die, and it turned out gorgeous. I will put that on my blog as well, so you can see that. All right. So this is a Just Because card, and here we're using a full card size, which is 5.5 by 8.25. 5.5 by 8.5, and then we score it at 4.25. So that gives us our full size card. And you'll notice that I scored it this way, and you can kind of see the valley right there, but you want to fold it backwards, because that will help the card stand up better. You know, when your friends want to display it, it'll just stand up better that way. See? It stands up better. So let's see. Now for this one, we're going to use 5 3/8 by 1 5/8 piece of what's it called? Blueberry or Blackberry Bliss. Blackberry Bliss. And then this one is the, I want to say it's not Melon Mambo. It is Polished Pink. And these are the pieces that I have cut out already. These are the 1/2 inch strips we're going to use to make our ribbon. And we have some shorter pieces here. We probably won't need all of this. And then this is for our, this is 2 3/4 by 1 inch, and it is for our greeting. So, okay, let's get started here. So the Blackberry Bliss is the larger piece, so it's naturally going to go down first, and then this is the one that we're going to create the ribbon with. And let's see here. Let's start with this light blue, and I'll grab my mat, so we don't want to get glue all over everything. So let's see, I'm gonna move this down and start it about right there. Yeah. So for this one, I cut out several, and I just flipped it over for the other side, of the ribbon. For the one that we just created just a moment ago, though, that was created from 2 different designer series papers. Now here's our 1/2 inch spacer. That's just a piece of basic white cardstock, and it is what I'm using to space these across evenly. And you want to try to get that pretty much right up to the edge. That way it will, it'll look nicer, it'll be more uniform. So, and then also you want to make sure that your designer series paper is crossing the underside piece, that piece there, all the way across. I guess I don't need to keep putting the lid on that, it's a habit. And there's that one, and then we'll move this down. And so anyway, you know what, I never did finish the story about my daughter. Okay, so she goes to the doctor, she gets on some medicine, they do the debridement, and you know, they made it sound like she was really lucky that you know, I mean, it could have turned sepsis. You know, that's the worst part about it. It could have, but it didn't. And then she had to go back to the doctor then this next week and to have it looked at. And oh boy, you know, when she left the hospital the week prior, they didn't know, you know, if she was going to have surgery to have those plates removed, that plate and the screws and everything removed right away. Luckily, she did not. Let's see, was it Monday? Monday morning is when they left for Disney World, and my granddaughter was so thrilled. Okay, so what we're going to do here is this next piece, we're going to lay it from this corner to that corner. So we're going to use the top of this like that. And so that's how that's going to weave down. So let's go ahead and start with that. And from that corner, whoops, see, it's wiggling away. And then this goes up to that one, right where those meet, like that. And then we're going to use our spacer again. And we'll use this next one. So these are all cut 1/2 inch by 2.5 inches. And I could probably get by with maybe a 2 1/4 inch, but you know, I figure why chance it? You know, you don't know. It gives you a little more room to play, just in case you miscalculate where you're laying it down. All right, and then I hope you can see all of this. I feel like I'm so tonight. Oops, I'm not going to use that one. My husband worked today. He had so he cuts firewood and he sells it in the winter. So we're getting ready to start selling firewood because it's going to start getting cooler before you know it. But first he's got to get all of those. He needs to get it all cut and stacked and divided, and so he combines a lot of different woods. He has really hard woods that burn hotter, and they help keep the fire going longer. And then he's got softer woods too. They burn a little faster. So I guess it's important you have both, right? I don't know. Really, I don't know. Okay. So that's what he did today. We got a new truck and to pull the trailer that he purchased for all the wood, because he meets up with some guys that they take down trees, and then they usually call Mike when they've got the tree down, and then he goes out there with his saw and cuts it down. Okay, so we're going to let this dry for just a moment. In the meantime, we're just going to go ahead and clean this off. Whoops, better move that. Not only am I not crafty, I'm kind of sloppy. Don't mean to be. All right, so now let's go ahead and I turned it over. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put this piece down. This is the 5 3/8 by 1 5/8, and that's going to go on the side right there. And so we've been getting pictures from my daughter and her husband and Elizabeth this whole week while they've been gone, and you know, they spent a day. So when I was at Disney World, they had a water park. I don't know what they call it anymore, but they went there, and then they were at the Magic Kingdom, and then they did something else, and so it looks like they were having tons of fun. So we're going to go ahead and cut the edges off here that are hanging over. And again, these are my adhesive scissors. I only use them when I'm cutting sticky stuff. And like I was saying earlier. So we used to have rubber, our red rubber stamps, they just came, they weren't already cut like they are now. And now they're just, they're red rubber cling stamps. And so, boy, is that nice, because when we had to cut our own, we had to cut all of the foam away along the side. And I'll tell you what, it was not easy. And that's when they were selling these scissors, because they actually are strong enough to cut through. They're nice and heavy duty. So they cut through the rubber. And then once they started making them, they started cutting them themselves instead of sending them out in just one big piece of rubber, not even cut apart. Then I started using those scissors for the adhesive stuff. Okay, this is the way I had it. So let's put it down like that. Oh my goodness, I like it. And again, I used the colors that were in the designer series paper. When you purchase the paper, or even if you look in the catalog, you find the paper in there. It tells you what colors are in the paper. And so I just use colors that coordinate. And that's how I decide, like this faux ribbon and stuff like that. So, all right, so I cut out several pieces. Now this one, this I cut off of the edge, so I'll probably end up just cutting that one leaf off and using it. So I want to, so this is 2 3/4 by 1, and this is our label that's going to go down here like that. Okay. So I am making this a little different. I cut out different flowers. This is the, I think it's the Calypso Coral color, because that's what this is too, Calypso Coral. And then this is Polished Pink, and it also has Blushing Bride in it as well. So the lighter part might be Blushing Bride, or it just might have been stamped off. But so we're gonna kind of put this together like this. I'm going to put it up here, and kind of have to figure out exactly where we want to put it at. I probably won't even have to cut that stem. Whoops. This one. Okay, yeah, we can put that on there just like that. I think I'm going to just go ahead and cut off this stem though, because I don't like it just stopping right there in midair. On this one, I made sure that it ran all the way down behind our tag there, but this one I'm not going to do quite that way. So I want to lay this piece on here as well. So I'm going to start by just gluing this down. Okay, and then this one will glue down, but this one here we're going to pop it up. So let's go ahead and put some glue, not all the way around the edges, because might want to poke some leaves in there. There we go. And oh, see, I'm used to putting that lid on there. So I'm going to put this part of the stem up underneath there like that, and then just kind of let that lay on top. And let's see, here it is. Lose my stuff. All right, so then we're going to put that one there, and then we have these pieces here. There's 2 leaves there, and then these 2 little flowers, we're going to add those as well. But we're going to put this up on dimensionals. You hear my Elvis music playing in the background. Yeah, I grew up on Elvis. Saw him in 1976, about a year before he died. Loved him to pieces. And then my girlfriend Carol, she's also on my team. We went and saw the new Elvis movie that's out, and I'll tell you, that Colonel Parker, he was something else, and he really took advantage of Elvis. Made a lot of money off of him. So, you know, basically Elvis was broke when he died, but so I know Lisa Marie has worked hard to try to get, that's why they had to open Graceland, is to let people come in, because they really didn't have any money. So see here, I stamped it once, and then it wasn't in the middle, so then I flipped it over and I stamped it again. That's what you do if you want to get it right. Okay. Before I forget, I want to, let's see. I don't see my embellishments. I moved things around because I'm in a smaller area right now, and I don't know what I do with my embellishments. But anyway, I'll find them. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this in here like that. How's that? Oops, it's stuck to my finger. I still have glue on it. Okay. I found my embellishments. Okay. I'm going to set these out here, otherwise I'll forget to use them. Alright, so now we're going to put on these two small flowers. Let's see, should we put them up though? Let's see if this is going to be too big. No, I think it's fine. Let's put that one there. And then we're going to put the other one. Oh, let's see. Let me just put it down here, like that. Okay. Sometimes I change my mind. I might move it somewhere else. But for now, it's going to stay right there. And we're going to pick out some gems. I don't need that. We have that one. We've got opal rounds. We've got fine sparkle adhesive back gems. Champagne. I want to get those out. So I usually write the colors on the back. I didn't do it on that one. I'm going to use these. I love my Take a Pick tool. It's good for picking up and applying the embellishments. So I want to use smaller ones. I don't like big ones on my cards. Oops. So you can pick it up with the putty end, or you can pick it up with this end. Let's move that out of the way. We'll put that one there, and then we'll put one more. We'll put it over here. Okay, so that's that card. Now, I didn't put embellishments on my other one yet. In fact, I didn't even put them on this one. I'm going to set this aside and go ahead and put embellishments on here. Wow, it's right here. Okay. Well, I got these brass butterflies too. Let's go ahead and put one of those on both of these cards. Put that one there. Okay. So that is that. And I'm looking to see where I put the pumpkin card. It's over here. This happens to me all the time, honestly. I lose track of stuff. Okay, it'll show up. Told ya. There it is. Okay, let's go ahead and put some gems on here too. These are the Leaf Label and Amber Gem Combo Pack, and that's what's actually part of this suite. Set this over here. Bring this one in. And then this one. Oops. There we go. Okay, so there are our cards. Just tell me what you think. Hope you like them. I hope I've inspired you to purchase this suite collection, both of them, and start making your own cards. So I really enjoyed you being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.